up everybody, I'm Charlie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious lemon meringue pie. A lemon meringue pie is a type of pie usually served for dessert. It's basically a cold pie, and it is normally made with a pie crust, a lemon custard filling, and it is topped with a meringue. My recipe for lemon meringue pie calls for a nice, delicious, flavorful, and decadent lemon meringue pie that's just bursting with lemons. We start off by making our pie crust. Once we finish making our pie crust, we bake it. Then we make our lemon custard filling, which consists of lemons, water, sugar, and eggs. And once we finish that, we add it into our pre-baked pie shell. Then we get started with our meringue. We basically do a Swiss meringue preparation, which involves cooking egg whites in a double boiler until they reach a certain temperature. We add sugar and we continue to mix it until that sugar dissolves and the eggs reach a temperature of 120 degrees. Once that's finished, we let it cool. Then we transfer it to our mixer. We add a little hint of cream of tartar in there and we mix it until it becomes nice, white, and fluffy. Then we transfer it on top of our lemon custard filling and we bake it until it becomes a nice light golden brown on top. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, lemon meringue pie. And today I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to make this delicious classic dessert. So let's get started. Okay, this is all what you're going to need to make your lemon meringue pie. And we're going to get started with our ingredients. You're going to need some all-purpose flour, sugar, salt, vegetable shortening at room temperature. Now you can use the regular flavor vegetable shortening or the butter flavor. Unsalted butter at room temperature. Cream of tartar, cornstarch, 4 large lemons, 5 large eggs at room temperature, and some water. And for your pie crust, you're going to need 1 9-inch round pie pan, and as you can see, my pie crust is already in the inside and it is frozen. Now if you want to make this, this is also included in this recipe, and you can also find the full recipe on how to make pie crust. Check out the link in the description box. And also for this recipe, we're going to pre-bake this pie crust. Okay, and you're also going to need several different tools for this recipe. You're going to need a citrus juicer to juice your lemons. You're going to need a grater to zest your lemons. You're going to need a mesh strainer to strain your lemon custard. If you have a glass table like I have, plastic wrap would do good for your pie crust. You're going to need some parchment paper and some pinto beans, because we're going to take this and we're going to pre-bake our pie crust. And you're also going to need a double boiler, and all that is a metal bowl with a small pot underneath it filled with water. And we're going to use this because we're going to be making a Swiss meringue for this recipe. And we're also going to need a candy thermometer to monitor the temperature of that meringue. And there we have it. Let's get straight to it. For our pie crust, we're going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir all ingredients together. Add 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature. And to that, we're going to add 6 tablespoons of shortening at room temperature. Now take our pastry blender and we're going to cut the butter and shortening into the flour. And as you can see, it resembles coarse crumbs. Add 1/4 cup of cold water. Stir all ingredients together. And as you are stirring, the mixture will start to clump up. We're going to use our hands and we're just going to form this into a dough. And there we have it. Now we're going to take our dough. Here we have some plastic wrap on top of our table. We're going to take our ball of dough and place that on top. And we're going to knead it about 10 times. Now we're going to roll that into a ball. Wrap the ball of dough with plastic wrap. And there we have it. And we're going to place it into the refrigerator for 30 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer to 30 minutes. Alright, time is up. After 30 minutes, we're going to remove our dough out of the refrigerator. Alrighty, here we have our dough. After we chilled it, we're going to knead it a little bit. Using your hands, gently press down on the dough, forming a disc. I'm going to sprinkle a little flour on top. We're also going to sprinkle a little flour on our rolling pin as well. And we're just going to roll the dough out into a large circle. Now the circle will have to be larger than your pie pan. And there we have it. We have a large circle here. I'm going to go ahead and take my pie pan, see if it's going to fit. And it does. Perfect size. Now we're going to take our pie pan and place it on top of our dough. I'm going to take the plastic wrap and bring it to the bottom of the pie pan. We're going to lift it up, flip it over. Now we're going to peel the plastic wrap off, and there you have it. Now we're going to get the dough to go to the bottom of the baking dish. We're just going to lift up the edges of the pie dough slightly, and that'll help the pie dough to go to the bottom of the baking pan. Now any excess dough, you're going to cut that off. You leave about an inch of dough onto the edges. You just want to cut off any excess dough. And there we have it. Now we're going to take the edge of the dough and we're just going to roll it in. It's just basically roll and tuck. And now we're going to go ahead and decorate this. You can do it however way you want to, but this is how I do it. Take your index finger and your middle finger and place it on the edge of your pie crust. Then you're going to take your other index finger and you're going to push outward with that while pushing inward with your index finger and your middle finger. And I do this entire procedure until I go all the way around the edge of the pie. And there we have it. Our pie crust is nice and decorated and ready to go. We're going to place this into the freezer for 40 minutes. We're going to separate our egg whites from our egg yolks. We're going to add our egg whites into the metal bowl on the right. And we're going to take our egg yolks and we're going to add them into a separate bowl on the left. And we're going to do this to all 5 eggs. And there we have it. We have our egg whites in a bowl on the right and our egg yolks in the bowl on the left. We're going to rinse off 2 large lemons. You're going to zest both lemons using the grater. And this is how it looks when we're done. And you should have a 1/4 cup of this. We're going to take both lemons and we're going to chop them in half. And we're going to juice them using our juicer. Now the lemon juice really depends on the lemon. That's why I said have 4 lemons, because we're not certain how much juice these lemons have. So here I'm using 2, so 2 is good enough for me, but for some others it can possibly take 3 or 4 lemons. And there we have it, and we should have about 1/3 cup of lemon juice in here. And we're going to take that and we're going to strain it into a mesh strainer to get rid of the seeds and the pulp. And remember, this is about 1/3 cup of lemon juice that we have in here. We're going to preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Remove your pie crust out of the freezer. Here we have our pie crust frozen and ready to go. We're going to take some parchment paper and we're just going to ball that up. And now we're going to unravel it. And we're going to add that into our pie shell. Any excessive parchment paper, you're just going to cut that off using kitchen scissors. And you're going to go all the way around. Now that we have that nice and fitted in there, we're going to add our beans. Spread the beans around as evenly as possible. Now it's ready to be baked. This is optional. If you want to use a pie shield, you can, but I'm not going to do that. So we're going to place this into a preheated 375 degree oven, and we're going to bake it for 40 minutes. Preheat your fire to medium-high heat. Add 2 1/4 cups of water, 1/3 cup of freshly squeezed lemon juice, 1/4 cup of your lemon zest, 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and 2/3 cup of sugar. Stir all ingredients together, and we're going to let this come to a slight simmer. Here we have our bowl with our 5 egg yolks. Add 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Mix all ingredients together. Our lemon liquid mixture is now at a boil. We're going to add our lemon liquid mixture into our egg yolk and cornstarch mixture into 3 separate intervals. Constantly stir as you are adding your lemon liquid mixture. And what we're doing here, we're just tempering the egg yolks. Once you're done, you're going to add your lemon liquid mixture back into your pot. You're going to stir that in. You're going to let this come to a simmer, and once it starts simmering, it's going to take about 3 or more minutes to thicken. You just want to keep a close eye on it. Okay, our lemon custard has thickened. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Stir all ingredients together. And once that butter melts, your custard is done. You're going to turn your fire off. Let your custard cool for about 5 minutes. And this is how it looks when we're done. Time is up. We're going to remove our pie crust out of the oven after baking on 375 degrees for 40 minutes. Now, as you can see, it's a nice golden brown color along the edges, and it is also a nice golden brown color at the bottom. Using a mesh strainer, strain your lemon custard into your pre-baked pie shell. Use a spatula to help get some of the lemon custard into the pre-baked pie shell. And there we have it. Using the back of a spoon, you're going to spread that lemon custard around the pie shell as evenly as possible. Preheat your fire to medium-low heat. In a small pot, we're going to add 2 cups of water. And we're going to let this come to a slight simmer. Our water is at a slight simmer now. We're going to take our metal bowl with the egg whites in it. We're going to place that on top. Add 1/2 cup of sugar. Stir all ingredients together. And what we want to achieve is we want that sugar to become totally dissolved into the egg whites. And we also want to bring the egg whites to a temperature of 120 degrees. Now you want to continue to stir this. And we're going to stir this for about 3 to 4 minutes. And we're going to check the temperature. It's been about 3 to 4 minutes now. I'm going to go ahead and check the temperature now. And the temperature is at 120 degrees. And also that sugar has totally dissolved into the egg whites. Now we're going to let this mixture cool for about 10 minutes. In our stand mixer with the whisk attachment, we're going to add our egg whites. And to that we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar.
And we're going to mix this on high speed until it reaches stiff peaks. And this should take about 5 minutes. Now sometimes it can take a shorter or longer time depending on your mixer. It's been about 5 minutes now, and our meringue is at stiff peaks. Looks beautiful. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. Take some of your meringue and place it on top of your lemon custard. You want to make sure you cover the entire pie. I'm going to spread your meringue around the pie as evenly as possible. You want to make sure you get into all the corners. Using the back of a spoon, we're just going to create a little decoration. Now you can decorate your lemon meringue pie any way you like. Any decoration would work. Now it's ready to be baked. Place into the broiler part of your oven. And we're going to let it sit in there for about 40 seconds to 1 minute. After 40 seconds to 1 minute, you're going to remove it out of the oven. Now we're going to place it into a preheated 400 degree oven. And we're going to bake it for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, you're going to remove it out of the oven. And there you have it. As you can see, it's a nice toasty brown color. Now we're going to let this pie cool completely before serving. And once it's completely cool, place into the refrigerator. Now that we let it cool completely, now I'm going to go ahead and cut your slice. Now it's very important that you let your pie cool off completely before cutting a slice. And look at how beautiful that looks. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Lemon meringue pie made from scratch by a New Orleans native. Thanks for watching.
Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. Man, you could taste that lemon. I mean, man, you could taste that lemon. It's so powerful. It has a slight tartness to it. You could taste that toasted meringue with that pie crust. Good. Oh man. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Lemon meringue pie, made from scratch by a New Orleans native. Thanks for watching. It's good, y'all. It's good. Hey, y'all. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe to my channel so you can enjoy all of my delicious recipes cooked right here in my kitchen. If you have any questions or comments, please post them, or you can email me at charliethecookandrews@gmail.com. You can also contact me on Facebook, www.facebook.com/charliethecookandrews. You can also check out this recipe along with all of my other recipes at www.charliethecookandrews.webs.com. And if you want to donate to the channel, check out the links in the description box, and it'll take you step by step on how to donate. So, until next time, take care, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.